How's everybody doing? I haven't made a video in a while. As for a reason why, I was really just going through one of those phases where I'm sure a lot of you guys understand, going through one of those phases where you just don't really feel like making a video, because I'll say, okay, today I'm going to make a video no matter what, and then I go to make the video, and then the video starts getting like 20 minutes long, and then that makes me mad, and then I think about the amount of editing I would have to do to shorten it for YouTube's bullshit time restraints, and then I just say fuck it, and I delete the video and forget about it. That's basically what's happened for the past month since April 1st, which was my last video. But now I'm back. I'm glad to be back. So first things first, I want to let all you guys know that I would like to do some sort of like a questions video or something like that. You guys can message me on here or leave a comment or whatever, and ask any kind of questions you want to ask, or anything any topics that you guys want me to talk about, and I'll talk about them in the video, and I'll answer any questions, or I'll answer the questions or whatever. They can be wrestling related, they can be WWE related, TNA related, even non-wrestling related questions and whatnot, like movie stuff about movies or whatnot, my opinions on certain things, anything that you guys want me to talk about, and I'll talk about it. So that'll probably be my next video. I don't know when I'm going to do that, probably sometime next week. WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view was last Sunday. Since I've been gone, since April 1st, a lot has happened in the wrestling world and in the non-wrestling world. An example would be the recent events of, if you're a fan of MMA, or UFC, of Theodore Ortiz. But as far as Extreme Rules goes, this, to sum it all up, was crap. This was a garbage pay-per-view. This was, if I had to make a list of, not like the top 10 or the top 5, but if I had to make a list of like the top 3 worst pay-per-views of all time, this would be in those 3, if not the number 1 worst pay-per-view I've ever seen. Not saying it's the worst pay-per-view of all time, saying it's the worst pay-per-view I've seen, because I would be mortified. I am so thankful to God that I didn't plunk down $54.95 for this piece of shit. And I really don't have any sympathy for anybody that did pay the money for it and that was disappointed with it. If you were happy with it, if you enjoyed it, then more power to you. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. Then you got your money's worth. I'm not going to get any pleasure out of somebody spending all of that money that they probably worked hard for and wasting it on this pay-per-view when they were disappointed with it, because that's not their fault. It's mainly WWE's fault for not entertaining them to the capacity that they wanted to be entertained to. But you can't please everybody. But anyway, it's pretty sad to me when the pay-per-view's called Extreme Rules, and all the matches are supposed to be extreme, and then the most extreme match on the card is the Divas Match. In today's wrestling, that's pretty sad, to me, at least. This is it's really stupid that all the matches were awful. I can't think of one good match on this whole card. Even the John Cena and Batista match, this match was really good. It took a while to pick up and to start to get violent, but then once it did get violent, it was getting good. It was nothing that you haven't seen before. You had the FU, or the attitude adjustment if you're a 6-year-old. he had the FU off the steel steps through the announce table. That was pretty cool. I always enjoy announce table spots. And he had I think it was 2 spots through regular tables in the ring. The first one was really terrible. John Cena was going for the FU on the other side. The table was set up in the corner, which I hate it when wrestlers do that. It seems like they always set the table up in the corner, leaning up against the corner. Table spots don't work out that often when you do it like that. But for some reason, this was really stupid. John Cena went for the STF on the other side of the ring, and then he stopped and got up and dragged Batista towards the table, and then went to go put the STF on him again. Batista countered and pushed his foot up and pushed him off, and Cena didn't even attempt to go through the table and make it look good. He went through like his PG pussy that he is, and he created another horrible table spot where he broke about maybe like 2 inches of the table were broken at the most. Maybe even 12 inches of the table were broken. Cena has a habit. I can't remember one table spot that Cena did well. Him going through, the table spot against Sheamus at the tables out, the awful tables, ladders, and chairs pay-per-view last year, where he got knocked off the turnbuckle and went and tried to go through the table. He made it look horrible, and he broke again the exact same amount. Every time Cena goes through a table, he only breaks 12 inches of the table, and it makes it look terrible. When you see table spot, you want to see total annihilation. You want to see that fucking table get just annihilated. One of the best table spots, that I've ever seen would probably be Jeff Hardy versus Rob Van Dam. I think it was 2001 in a hardcore match for the hardcore title. Jeff Hardy set up this big ass 20-foot ladder and set up a table on the outside. Jeff Hardy went up, did a swanton. RVD moved out of the way, and that table got annihilated. That table exploded. But overall, just bad written all over it. And the next WWE pay-per-view is WWE Over the Limit. I guess we'll have to wait and see how that goes. I know this wasn't much of a review. I apologize, but still trying to get back into the groove of things. So I promise you that my videos from now on will be better than this. But that's it for now. Again, the next video I want to do is the questions video, questions and anything you want me to talk about, wrestling related or non-wrestling related, and message me and feel free to do that, or leave a comment and asking a question or anything you want me to talk about. So that's sort of my Extreme Rules 2010 pay-per-view review. That's it for now, and I'll talk to you guys later.